Hello students, I am Dr. VP Deshpande, Head Department of Physics, Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kannada. Now your next article is Gradient of Scalars. Consider a vector A which is changing with time. You know about the vectors. Vector has magnitude as well as direction. A is also one vector which is changing with time. Its magnitude and our direction is varying with time. If we choose a fixed coordinate system with unit vector I, j and k, then A is written as AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. The time rate of change of A is given by the derivative. Differentiate this, we get dA by dt is equal to dAx by dt dot I plus day dt into j plus daz by dt into k. This is so because we have chosen a fixed coordinate system. Therefore, di by dt which is equal to dj by dt which is equal to dk by dt is equal to 0. If A is a position vector which is equal to r of t, then the velocity vector is given by v of t is equal to, it is differentiation of position vector dr by dt. Hence, the position vector varies slowly with t. The derivative is correspondingly small. If the position vector varies rapidly t, the derivative is large. Now gradient of a scalar. If we have a physical quantity that can be represented by a scalar field in three-dimensional, which is phi of r, which is equal to phi of x, y, z, where r is the position vector in three-dimensional in x, y and z. This could be a temperature T of x, y, z in a room, and we want to find out how it changes when we move an infinitesimal distance from one point to the another. In this case, the problem is complicated because it depends on the direction we chose. In fact, t of xyz has changes in every direction. However, it is not necessary to have infinite number of directions, but 3 will do. In moving from point 1 to point 2, x, y and z is changing from dx, dy and dz respectively, and phi changes by the d phi, which is given by d phi is equal to dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou phi by dou y into dy plus dou phi by dou z into dz. Note that we have used these partial derivatives because phi is the function of x, y and z. Now, above equation becomes for d phi can be rewritten as a dot product of ds and displacement vector with another vector a defined by d phi is equal to a dot ds, where ds is equal to dxi plus dyj plus dzk. Here a is equal to dou phi by dou x into I plus dou phi by dou y into j plus dou phi by dou z into k and is called as gradient of phi. Now this gradient of phi is a scalar, but gradient of scalar is a vector quantity with three components. D phi is equal to dou phi by dou x into I plus dou phi by dou y into j plus dou phi by dou z into k in bracket dxi plus dyj plus dzk. Here I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k, which is equal to 1. Therefore, d phi is equal to dou phi by dou x into dx plus dou phi by dou y into dy plus dou phi by dou z into dz. As stated, A is called as gradient of function phi and the symbol is given by A is equal to del phi. Here this symbol is a del, which is called as del operator. In three dimension it is given by del of phi is equal to dou phi by dou x dot I plus dou phi by dou y into j plus dou phi by dou z into k, and the symbol del is given by del is equal to I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z and is called vector differential operator or gradient operator, that is del operator on whatever scalar function appears to the right of it and creates a vector function.